Freedom is not ahead, it's here. Signs you're already free. Hello, dear souls. Pause just for a breath. You didn't land here by accident. Maybe you're not sure why you clicked. Maybe this feels unfamiliar. That's okay. Just stay for one breath. This isn't a video, it's a threshold, and your breath just crossed it. Not someday, now. This isn't a therapy, but it's therapeutic. As a counselor for 28 years, I've seen that freedom doesn't come from insight alone. It comes from integration. These words are not advice, they are reminders. And if you're already doing the work, journaling, healing, seeking support, this breath is your companion, not your cure. A disciple once came to a great Guruji, crying, "Master, I'm in a cage. I am tormented day and night. Please give me the key to freedom." The master looked at it with great compassion and said, "Show me your cage." The disciple looked around, bewildered. He could see no bars, no locks. The master smiled. "If there is no cage, from what do you need to be freed? You're all that disciple, asking for a key to a door that was never locked." This truth echoes across every path of awakening. In Sufism, the cage is the illusion of separation from the beloved. In Advaita, the rope was never a snake. You were always free. In the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus says, "The kingdom is inside you and outside you." In Jain teachings, bondage is not of the soul, but of the dust that clings to it. The story changes. The cage is the same. And the key, it was your breath all along. You wake up at 3 a.m. trembling with questions about them. Did I do something wrong? Will they ever come back? This is the trance. And I know the truth deeper than pain. Every narcissistic relationship ends the same way, not when they leave, but when you stop borrowing your breath from them. If you're ready to breathe on your own, then the awakening has begun. There is no need to like or subscribe to anything outside. Simply like this moment of recognition. Subscribe to your own breath. This timestamp is not a video. It's your first inhale as a free being. If this breath feels like yours again, whisper it. Whisper it to yourself. I reclaim my breath. Let it echo in your ribs. Not for anyone, just for you. That's not a mantra. That's memory. Has your silence started to rattle their chains? Once you scrambled for words, afraid your quiet would be mistaken for guilt. Now you sit in silence for 5 minutes and feel not shame, but a deep relief. This is not weakness. This is awakening. It's like a hand bound in chains for years, and one morning it twitches, just a flicker, but chains rattle, and in that rattle, freedom whispers, "I'm still here." Of course, they still text you at 2 a.m., but now your red receipt is just single emoji. Turns out, enlightenment has excellent blocking features. Have you ever noticed your silence made them squirm? If yes, you're not halfway out. You're already standing in the sunlight. Don't answer out loud. Just let the truth rise in your chest. Have you started questioning guilt itself? Before you whispered, "I must have hurt them." Now ask, why do I feel guilty for simply existing? This is not rebellion. This is clarity. For years, you have been drinking their sweet poison, believing it was love. Now you hold the cup to your lips and you hesitate. You ask, why does this sweetness make my soul so sick? You're beginning to look at guilt and ask, whose are you really? Today, what guilt did you look in the eye and recognize as a stranger? Don't answer out loud. Just let the truth rise in your chest. This reminds me of what is happening now. A young woman was showing her phone to my old client, John, who did his iNNerKriya work with me. Scrolling through her social media, picture after picture was perfect. a perfect smile on beach in Bali, a perfect cup of coffee in a perfect cafe, a perfect inspirational quote under a perfect sunset. Look, John, she said, my life, it's so beautiful, no? John pointed to the tiny black gap between her photos and said, all I see is the performance. The real life is happening right here in the space nobody photographs. The narcissist lives in the highlight reel. Freedom lives in the unposted moment. If something in this story felt familiar, you don't need to explain it. You were never broken. You were just taught to look for freedom in someone else's eyes. Just pause. Say quietly, I see the gap. I see the real. That's enough for now. You see, the ego lives in the photograph, in the performance. The narcissist traps you in their perfect photo album and makes you feel that your messy, real life is not good enough. Freedom is remembering that life is the unphotographed gap between the poses. The moment you stop trying to fit into their picture, you're becoming free. You're moving from the actor to audience. Once you drowned in their storms, you were the main character in their drama. Now sometimes you find yourself standing on the shore watching them perform and saying, here comes the same old performance. This is not detachment. This is wisdom. You see, their ego is just a house of cards trembling in the wind. You're no longer the card. You are the wind. No, you are the silence in which the wind blows. And yes, sometimes the wind still checks their Instagram. But now just whisper, nice costume, hope it fits. What old pattern did you watch today instead of becoming it? If you're still here, it's not by accident. Something in you is ready to stop pretending. Take one breath. And if you are willing, and only if you're willing, whisper, I'm still here and I'm choosing to stay. If not, that's sacred too. Freedom includes the choice to walk away. If this stirred something in you, don't answer out loud. Just let the breath rise in your chest. That's how transformation begins. Are you falling and laughing as you get up? You decide you will not play the game, and then you do. The old habit pulls you in. Before you would curse yourself for this weakness, now you fall back into the mud, and a small giggle escapes. You see the divine absurdity of it all. You wipe off the mud and begin again. Healing isn't a straight line, it's a spiral, and every loop brings you closer to your center, not someone else's idea of fix. This is not failure. This is learning to fly. A child learning to walk falls 100 times, but never decides it's not for them. Pause now and take one compassionate breath. Forgive yourself for being human. If you did this, you're not failing, you're flying, low, but flying. Don't worry, your spiritual progress won't lower your engagement rate. In fact, your ha just went viral in your own nervous system. Are you recognizing your own voice again? Before you stayed silent, thinking, if I speak, they'll leave. Now a new thought arises. I speak because I'm here. This is not courage. This is truth. It's like shouting from a prison window for the first time. Your voice cracks, but the sky hears it. And you know in your bones, I exist. I matter. I am. If this is happening, you're not transformed, you're transforming. Every silent moment, every I choose me is a petal unfolding. And that petal, it still orders pizza at midnight. But now it eats in silence and calls it satsang. This is not a fantasy. This is your next chapter. Freedom is not a bypass. It's not a mantra. It's a moment-by-moment choice to return to yourself. If you're in therapy or working through trauma, this video is not a replacement. It's a mirror, a soft one that reflects your strength, not your scars. If you're still listening, maybe something in you is ready. Not ready to follow, ready to remember. Say it softly. I'm ready to walk out. That's the doorway. Now step. Imagine waking up and instead of dread, you feel a quiet calm. Your phone rings and instead of panic, you feel choice. You look in the mirror and instead of shame, you see quiet strength. Your quiet strength doesn't need a testimonial. But if it did, it would just say, I stopped performing. Now I am free. This is not something you must earn. This is your original face waiting for you to return. If you feel alone in this, whisper, I am here. And if you want to walk with others, the link is in the description. But if you are exhausted, if you need one-on-one real conversation, not advice, not rescue, just remembering, if your heart feels heavy, there's a space for you. No performance needed. Just say, I accept that I have been living in an emotional prison and I'm ready to walk out. The number is in the description. That's all. We will not rescue you. A rescuer is just a more subtle jailer. We will simply remind you of what you have forgotten. The door was never locked. You were simply standing with your back to it, mesmerized by the shadows on the wall. Turn around and walk into the sun. If this felt like truth, you're not joining a group, you're returning to yourself. And if you're rebuilding your life step by step, breath by breath, know this, you're not behind, you're already on the path. This isn't a performance, it's a remembering. iNNerKriya isn't a program, it's a remembering. Whisper it now, I'm here. And now, if you want to walk with others, the link is in the description. Shukran, shukran, shukran. Thank you, thank you.